Well, fresh off a very spirited Democratic debate stage in Atlanta, presidential hopeful Tom Steyer joining us here on Sunday Morning Matters. Mr. Steyer, how are you?
I'm great, Alex. How are you?
We are doing fantastic over here. You know, I have to start with this. A lot of political pundits said you hardly made an impression in your second debate. In fact, you didn't even get a single word in the first 30 minutes. So how would you rate your performance?
I had a specific goal last night, was to define myself as how I'm different from the other people on that stage. And I think I got a chance to do that. I'm different because I'm the person who recognizes that this government is broken. It's been purchased by corporations. And I'm the only person who's willing to talk about structural change in Washington, D.C., like term limits. I'm the only person on the stage who's built an international business over decades and can take on the Republicans and Mr. Trump on prosperity and growth in the economy. And I'm the only person on that stage who will say that climate is his or her #1 priority. If it's not #1, it's not going to get done. And this is something that has to get done. So as far as I was concerned, I got a chance to do what I wanted. I understand that the debate, it has its own rules and behaviors, and I just have to accept that and work within those rules.
Mr. Steyer, you may not remember this, but we last talked in Fresno a little over a year ago. You were spearheading at the time the impeachment campaign against President Donald Trump. First, let me ask you this. How do you think those House Democrats are presenting their case thus far in the impeachment hearings? And second, why did you jump into this president's race?
So first of all, I think, look, I started Need to Impeach over 2 years ago. More than 8 million Americans signed that petition. I believe those 8 million Americans pulled the people in Washington, D.C. into doing what we were asking for from the beginning, which is to hold the most corrupt president in history to account and to put it on TV so that the American people could see exactly what he's done and how corrupt he is. So in terms of how it's going, I think that the House Democrats are doing what we asked starting on October of 2017, which is to make sure that everybody is held to the same account in this country. And the reason I ran for president was because I felt as if I watched the early debates. Until this week, I was the last person to get into this race, and I got in because I thought no one was leveling with the American people. We were talking about different policy issues, which health care policy, which Green New Deal, which gun violence policy, which education policy, but no one was talking about the basic fact that this government is broken, that corporations have bought it, and that we're going to have to take it back from them if we're going to get any of those progressive policies that I believe are rights for Americans,
well, Mr. Steyer,
which I believe everyone in America, or the overwhelming bulk of Americans, want.
Mr. Steyer, let me say this, because Senator Elizabeth Warren says tax the rich here. You're talking about corporations, a 2-cent tax. She says she's tired of freeloading billionaires. Well, everybody knows you're a billionaire. Are you in favor of this wealth tax, and are you tired of freeloading billionaires, as she calls it?
Well, let me say this, Alex. I proposed a wealth tax well over a year ago, and in fact, long before Senator Warren did. I believe that the inequality in income and wealth in this country is unjust, unsupportable, and undemocratic. So I believe that the way that this tax structure has been changed, the way that this government has run to support the richest people and the biggest corporations, is absolutely wrong.
But
so,
are you willing to
I
tax
embraced
yourself?
the wealth tax long before Senator Warren.
Are you willing to tax yourself
a
2-cent tax?
Absolutely.
All right. Here in the Central Valley, a hot topic is immigration.
Let me make a point, Alex. But wait a second. Let me answer your question. Long before this, probably 12 years ago, I took a pledge to give away more than half my wealth while I'm alive to good causes. I have no issue with the idea that the people who have profited the most in America have a responsibility that, in fact, the way that the tax system has worked has been shockingly unfair and inequitable. I have no problem with that. Well, sorry, you were going to talk about immigration.
Yeah. I wanted to get to this because, obviously here in the Central Valley, it's a hot topic. Our farmers, a lifeline to the world with the DACA program now in the hands of the Supreme Court, as you know. Would you back a new deal for dreamers that President Trump is willing to work with if it meant President Trump gets more funding for a border wall to protect the border?
I 100% support the DREAM Act. I 100% support DACA. I don't believe we should have to make those kinds of trades. I believe that we need comprehensive immigration reform to give the 11 million people who are living here without documents, without legal status, for an average of 15 years, legal status and a path to citizenship. I believe what's going on in immigration is shockingly unfair. It's been politicized. I believe this administration is breaking international law in the way they're treating asylum seekers, and I believe they're acting against the laws of humanity.
But you have to put it on Congress.
You have to put it on. In terms of immigrations, I support the Dreamers.
Well, I understand that, but you have to put it on Congress for not getting an immigration reform bill, and that goes on both sides of the aisle. President Trump is making executive orders because Congress isn't able to get anything done.
Alexander, I don't mean to be rude, but President Trump has politicized this issue. He's vilified immigrants. He vilified people coming up from the South. He's tried to turn this into an issue. Instead of dealing with it and solving it, he's tried to use it for political advantage, and he's done it in using inhumane tactics towards babies and people fleeing violence. And what he's done, honestly, is wrong. And what he's doing in terms of the DREAM Act to try and use that as a chip is also wrong. It's time for us to have comprehensive immigration reform and start dealing in a sensible and humane fashion with the fact of life that 11 million people have been here for an average of 15 years. It's time for reform. It's time for people to start acting on that and to stop using it politically, and in particular, not breaking the laws of humanity in the name of the United States.
I want to finish with this because a lot of Democratic leaders here in Fresno have been asking me this question, and I want to pose it to you. Why do you think you're qualified to be the presidential nominee for the Democratic Party? Is it simply because you hate Trump, or what do you actually bring to the table that's going to resonate with voters across the board, African Americans, Latinos, every which way you can imagine, Asian voters as well? How do you believe another billionaire like a President Trump, I'm not saying you're like him, I'm just saying you're a billionaire, how are you going to resonate with voters?
Listen, I have spent a decade organizing ordinary American citizens into coalitions to stand up for their rights and beat corporations. I have a history of succeeding as an outsider in the political system. We've beaten the oil companies and the tobacco companies and the drug companies and the utilities. So if you believe we have a broken government, you should ask yourself, who are you going to trust to change that government? Someone from the outside who spent a decade winning and beating the corporations who bought our government, or someone from inside the Beltway who's part of the system itself? That's the question for Americans. If you think this government's been bought, who are you going to trust to get back to government of, by, and for the people? I have a long history of succeeding in it.
So you're in for the long haul. You're ready to take on any and all comers in this race.
Of course I am.
All right. Tom Steyer, presidential hopeful. We appreciate the time here on Sunday Morning Matters. Thank you.